Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Little bit earlier than I have been. My son starts spring break this week, starting at like 11:30 or something. He gets out early today, and then he's on spring break all next week. So I need to go pick him up from school. So I wanted to try to do some stuff before that. Try to get this in and go through where I am, what I've been working on, what I plan on doing today. So last week, well, I guess Sunday. I did a Sunday, and then now my schedule's all off. So Sunday, if I remember correctly, we left off having some issues with the authentication. And what was happening was our GraphQL backend, when we were trying to get workouts, was when we were trying to filter on the user, the the workout mutation, or not the mutation, the GraphQL workout um, node where we query against, or and we do the filtering. So let's pull it up real quick just to look at it. So under schema, we have workout. So in here, when we're doing the get workout or the get query set for our workout, we're applying a filter so that way the user only sees the the rent entries that are related to them. This info to context was not getting populated. We were seeing last week that we were getting anonymous user, and this query set was failing because of it. And so I spent time over the weekend, well, sometime more Sunday after I got off, and then sometime this week, uh, trying to figure it out. Anybody in the U.S., we had time change this week, so it's been, my sleep schedule has been a disaster, and just been struggling a little bit with getting quality sleep. But thank goodness last night I got really quality sleep. So what ended up being the solution for this? So if we remember, let's go to our views. So actually URL, sorry. So the URL, I had it so that um, actually wait, I have it over here in the pull request so we can see. So I like to, at least with you guys, it's been really helpful on these check-ins to kind of review the pull requests and kind of see where we are with that. So let's look. So URLs. So you see here, we had this private GraphQL view that we were using, and that was supposed to be our mechanism for plugging in authentication. It was supposed to be our way of using the Django all-auth session tokens as our way of identifying the user, so that way, so the further down in the flow the user would be populated and I could access it through the context. Well, after some more digging, this view was not working the way I thought it should. Can I see? Forget what I can do. I want to see the. Oh, can I just do that? But it doesn't give me the comparison. So the idea was that by using the REST framework API view and the authentication class for the X session token, which is something. So API view is provided by the Django REST framework, and then the X session token authentication class is provided by the Django all-auth library. The idea was that by subclassing our view to the API view and adding in this X session token to authentication class, is that it would take the X session token header that we provide from the React Native front end and swap in the user at the the request context for us. And then they would then permission classes to verify that like you had to be authenticated, you had to be logged in to view this. So what ended up happening, that wasn't working. And I couldn't figure out quite why it wasn't working the way I thought it would. So I ended up going a different route. I didn't build my own thing from scratch, but I did build a session token middleware. And we can see it's just bare minimum, super basic, but I'm using the all X session token authentication from the Django Auth library to handle everything for me. Super easy. Like I don't have to really do anything. And the idea here is that I'm going to use their session token authentication class to authenticate the request. So it's going to be responsible for pulling out the headers. It's going to look for that X session token header that we provide. It's going to pull down or take out the token. It's going to check to see if that token is valid. It's going to see if there's a session associated with that token. And then it's going to return me a user and a session with the authentication. And then I'm going to basically just update the request and set the user to the user I got back from the authentication. So the reason why I'm doing an if authentication is if this is invalid, I'm going to get a none back. And if it's not, I'm going to, oh man, what do they call it? Oh, it's a tuple. So I'm trying to extract the tuple attributes. So session or user is the first one, and then session is the second one. I'm going to fill in or update the request with the user, and then I'm going to pass this middleware on to the next step. So if you've never built a Django, middleware, the idea is that you have this get response that's provided to you in the initialization, and you should always essentially chain the middlewares together. So you call self.getResponse and you pass the request. So the next person in this step is responsible for processing it some more. The middlewares are interesting because it's a two-way thing. So on the way in, it processes it, and then on the way out, it also processes it. So this is some processing that we're essentially doing on the inbound traffic, and then on the outbound traffic, we don't need to do anything for our middleware. So I was hoping originally that the Django Auth would provide something like this for us out of the box, but it did not. So if we actually go to settings, we see here it does provide this account middleware, but I'm not sure I didn't dive deep into what exactly that's doing, if I remember correctly. But I did add the middleware that I just wrote as a new add-on to use this. So what I'll probably be able to do, I haven't done it yet, but I probably can clean up this views file. I don't need it, or at least delete the view in here and clean up my URLs to not reference it. It's not something I need. I think I don't even have it. Oh, this is on the other URLs. No, this is the one I care about. So that is kind of what I got to work in terms of backend and what functionality I was having issues with last week is just like that anonymous user. The only thing I could figure out to get around it was to build a little middleware for myself. It just uses the same functionality that's built in with Django Auth. But then the big thing that I was working on was the front end. Probably looking at the code isn't going to be super obvious what I worked on. So let's actually look at the little app, pull up the simulator. So what I've been doing is I'm trying to build, actually, let's look here first. So this is kind of this home screen, right? We want to have two components here. One that's kind of our start a workout component, and it's gonna be the idea would be to have this top portion, if we remember correct, is to show us what workout we have scheduled, if anything, and then we'll have a bottom component that's gonna give us like a week in review. So I want to have some metrics around like workouts performed, sets performed, maybe favorite muscle group. I'm not sure yet. I haven't done a bunch yet on that. Uh, we did. I have built this little component, so it's a modal. It'll pop up. You'll have some buttons to pick. Do your scheduled workout. Pick from a template. Pick or start a blank workout or cancel to go back. And then I have have this working for the most part too. With the workout templates, you can see the templates that you have and you can expand them to kind of see what they do or what you have. So here's the actual app. So we see schedule still work, or this isn't supposed to be schedule, but this is like this component currently shows this page. So this still works. So we can still filter on this stuff. Oh, I don't have anything for that. I don't here. So we have easy curl. We could also do cable. So that still works, which is cool. And this actually was broken last week because of the anonymous user issue that we were running into. So as for the start a workout, so like here, if we click this, now we're given this page, and the scheduled workout button itself doesn't do anything yet because I haven't built the back end for creating creating a template or a schedule for your workouts. So this doesn't do anything quite yet, but I can click this. And so this page will eventually give like a bunch of templates that you've created for that the user has created for themselves of workouts that they want to perform. And so it'll give the name as a button and they can click it and it'll expand and show all of the exercises that they've set up. So if we remember, these were exercises that I put into this template, and I gave 2 sets for each one. The styling is like pretty basic right now, but that's not really the goal, at least for this initial development. I just want to kind of get it working and then go from there. So then what you can do is start a workout will take you to this other page, and it will eventually, not right now, it doesn't, that's kind of what I'm going to work on right now, is it just gives you a stop workout button. The idea will be you'll have the list of all your exercises, you'll be able to click on them, and it'll take you into tracking that exercise. So one thing that I am trying to figure out, and I'm not sure how to handle yet, is at the bottom here, I have 3 like tabs is what they're called in React Native. The tabs, excuse me, are like the general ones for everyday use, but then once I get into a workout, I don't want these tabs to be showing anymore. The idea would be I should have workout specific tabs being displayed. So I'm trying to put together thoughts on how to do that. If I should, within the workout, if I should just hide the tabs and just have like one view that's controlling everything. And then, so the idea would be, here, let's grab this. Let's grab our template here. Wait, where am I? Oh man, there we go. So I'm going to grab this guy, put this over here. So the idea would be, oops, I need to put this in the, oh my gosh. This needs to be, where am I? This needs to be in here. So the idea would be, let's grab the tabs from here, put this over here. So the idea that I have is, oh man, where'd the tabs go? I hate that it just doesn't like auto move it to the group that I care about, but that's fine. There. So my idea is that now this should change from like, let's see. The first one should be something like, previous sets or something. Can't read that at all. Then calendar would be actually like add an exercise. Man, that text is terrible to fit here. And then the third one would be what would the third one be? Oh, maybe it'd be like exercise details. Oh gosh. And this would be kind of this panel. So the idea would be previous sets. You can click on it. You can see the work that you've done previously. Add an exercise would be, or depending, I guess, if you're in a set, it should be add sets, or maybe not. I think add an exercise is fine. And then exercise details on the right to see maybe the notes that are provided that we got from our data set. And so I want this to change based on the fact that I'm inside a workout. And so let's see, let's rename this workout, active workout. And so we don't need this. Don't think we need that. But the idea would be we would have I don't want that to be gray. How many F's is that? 5 there. And then we want to do, that's fine. Oops. We want to round those corners. So we'd have like the exercise that you're doing, and then we'd have little boxes for sets, and then so in here we'd have like oh geez, that's huge. Why is that text so big? Oh my gosh. Make it like that. So we'd have, oops. And then actually let's take this, put this up here. This will be like exercise name. And then we'd have, I think we'd have, depending on, I don't know why it's defaulting to a fill like that. It's annoying. Fill 0. Oops. So we'd have something like this. I don't want it to be oval. and this will be wait, that text is gigantic. Let's move this down to like 12. So depending on what the template tells us, this will dictate. Oh my gosh. Oh, because none of these are actually in this guy. So let's do that. So let's do that. And then we're going to have like a weight and then reps. Center that guy over our box. Let's group these together. Group these guys together. Not what I meant to do. Group. And this will be weight. And then we have I'm going to put this all together. Boom. Group selection. Exercise set. Okay. Whoops. What did we mess up on? There. So that's kind of the idea, is that we would have however many sets the person is set up to do. They'll have little boxes for it, and then they'll kind of just fill in these are text input fields to track. And then at the very end, when they go to save the workout, they will push all that data to the back end. The back end it'll be over the GraphQL mutation that we built, and the back end will store all that and create the records, and then the user will be able to see it. And the idea is that with this previous sets button, I should be able to query for this exercise name and get all the workouts and all the sets that they've done, maybe like the last 2 or 3 workouts, or maybe however many, and I should be able to then display that, so that way while I'm working out, I like to know if I'm on a progressive overload where I'm trying to do a little bit more each week. I want to know what did I do last week for this set. If I did dumbbell bench press, I want to know I did 30, 40, 50 last week. So now maybe this week I want to do 35, 45, 55. So that way I'm seeing how I'm progressing week to week. So being able to pull this up and see my previous data is really important. So hopefully that makes sense. And I think this is kind of where I am right now, is trying to build that page and get that working. So let's see where we are. Let's close a bunch of stuff because I don't remember where I left off on things. So one thing I was trying to do is I was trying to create another context, a workout context. And the reason why I was doing this was to switch the tabs once I'm in a workout. So if we look here, I added this workout context, or workout provider, which is a part of the context. And the idea would be, I would, based off of what the workout provider is indicating to me, I should be able to calculate what tabs to show. But, I don't think that's going to work. And the reason why I say that is because at this point in the execution, I can't use this guy. Let's see. How about, I think actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry about the buttons at the bottom for now. I'm just going to kind of go through getting the page to where I want it to be. So if we see here, we have the modal, which is what we were displaying, which is like all those buttons, and we have the different ones. And right now we navigate to the different pages based off of the tabs or whatever button they pressed. Template workout, it's going to give me a list of workouts. The workouts are what are calculated from the templates. So I have a new GraphQL query that I put in where it's going to query for my workouts for my user, and it's going to give me all the workouts, the exercises, and the sets for each of those exercises. Perfect. And I just pass all that into this workouts list guy that I made, wherever that is. It's in components. Where's components? So under workouts, workout list, I have this guy. And so it's flat list, displays all the work, it takes all the workouts, puts them into a custom button so that way I can see it, and then I have it expand if they press on it, and then when they press on it, we'll get a little movement list which lists all the sets or all the different movements, which is what we're calling them, like exercises, and it'll list all the sets as well underneath it for us. The text for the sets is super basic right now. Maybe I'll make it a little fancier further down, but that's kind of the gets us to where we need for at least the time being. So we are here. We're on the get workout. So what I'm doing is actually, let's go back to here. Sorry. So we have workout list, which is this guy. And so what I've done is I've added a start workout button in the component. So if we actually look at the screen again, so we have this start workout button. The idea is that if the user clicks on this, it will navigate them to a new page where they track that workout, and I will pass the ID of this workout to the following component to make sure it pulls the latest data. So in here, we have another query. We're doing get workout. We're taking an ID, and we're getting that from the search parameters. So in web development, you typically have, you'll see in the URL, you'll have like the question mark and then a bunch of stuff after that in the HTTP URL or for your web browser. Anything after the question mark is kind of like search parameters is what they're called. And it gives the back end details around what to search for. And so React Native lets you do that with these kind of views as well. So you'll see here, what I'm doing is on this router push, I'm telling it to navigate to this tabs workout. So because I didn't provide anything after workout, it's going to go to index. And I'm telling it the search parameters are an ID, and I'm telling it to pass the node ID as this ID attribute. And then in my index, I'm calling params, use local search params, and I'm looking for the ID parameter from the URL. So that's how my index is going to get the workout. And we can see here it'll pop up down here. So we should be able to take some of this stuff. So I don't know if we want to use this again, but maybe I want to use this as, one second. Okay. I wonder if it would be helpful if I make this a little dynamic. If I could make, yeah, maybe I'll do that. What I could do here is make this more dynamic and I don't know actually. I'm thinking I can make this dynamic and reuse this, or I could just build something similar but fits the needs of what we want up here. And I don't like the idea of like having I mean, the other thing is I could take this and put this just as another file or like more detail in here. And that actually might make sense because it's only relevant to this guy. And then it would actually streamline because like I wouldn't need to duplicate this because I have this up here as well. I think I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna do. Oh dang! Look at all these extra spaces and stuff. What in the world? Let's delete this. And let's import the use color scheme. And we will do exercise params. Okay. Now why is this yelling at me? JSX element class does not support attributes because it does not have a props property. Interesting. Maybe we oh, huh. Oops. Let's just do this. See if this helps fix our issue. Streamline this a little bit. Okay. Oh, this guy's doesn't even care about color scheme. This guy does though. So what did we do wrong? What did we break? Let's do this, do that. Do I have, oh, I haven't included text, that's why. And we also didn't include light colors and dark colors. Okay. So this guy is using movement list, which is this, and then movement entry is this. So let's just double check that this works. Let's go to workout template. Okay, cool. So still, that didn't break anything. And it frees up this guy for us to do something else with it and reuse it. So let's actually return, we'll just insert something basic right now. Let's delete this. And there's a couple things that are going through my mind. What I could do, so as I'm working out, I need to keep track of a few things. The current exercise that I'm on, or the currently displayed one, what sets are being done, what set is being viewed, so I need to track the current exercise, the current set on that exercise as well, because I don't want the user to be like seeing too much stuff. So let's think, does it make sense to do this way? So I think what I want is one top level page that has everything, right? It'll have all of the exercises, and it'll be a list that the user can click from, and they'll go to another page where they see the sets for that exercise. Once they've completed all the sets, it'll take them automatically into the next exercise, or next movement is what we're calling it. Hopefully that makes sense. So what we should do here, do we need to track? So we have the workout. We have our workout. We have our query. We have some state. So probably I guess this is where we need to probably use a reducer. And if you're not, I'm not 100% familiar on this, but the idea is that with a reducer, you're able to calculate complex state attributes, and it gives you functionality to navigate between the complex state changes more easily, without having to constrain everything in like weird variables. So let's actually look up this. React use reducer. Oops, reducer. Yeah, so you see you have like this ability to, or no, this is the old way. Oops. Yeah, so you get these different functions. So this one you define these functions that say handle add task, handle change task, handle delete, and then you tie them into the reducer because you dispatch the type of event that you're performing, and then the reducer will handle looking at the type of action and performing the work needed. And then you can build the your views based off of it. Yeah, so you can still get the tasks in this case, object or list, and you just use dispatch instead of use state. So essentially, what I would want is something like current screen, and I would dispatch what screen we're changing to, and then I would be able to track the track it that way. Yeah. So is that really what we want to do though? I need to like, how do I want to think about this? Oh, let's do this. Where are my notes? Let's do this. Plant UML. There's a, here we go. Okay. Oh man, I gotta look up the plant UML cheat sheet though, because my brain. Is this it? Is this the one I want? No. Is this one? I don't think that's the format that I'm looking for. Not a deployment. No. I think it might be this. So let's sync. I'm gonna have the cheat sheet down here so that way I can remember the syntax. So let's do. Okay, so the start is start a workout. Or let's actually go further back. So let's go. Yeah, we actually, I guess, start a workout is the first. Start a workout. How do I. And then we'll do end. Put in our placeholders. Or, I guess, stop. Let's look. I just need a. Oh, I see. Stop or end. Okay. So I can have conditionals. Can I. Oh. Several tests, horizontal mode. Okay, so I can do a bunch of conditionals. Okay. So let's see. So start a workout, we're gonna have if scheduled. Whoops. I think I have to put the word oh no. Nope. Scheduled workout. Then S. Whoops. Start scheduled workout. Track template ID. Okay. Whoops. Else if, what's our next one? Workout template. Workout template. Then yes. Start template. Workout track template ID. Else if blank workout, then yes. Start blank workout, no template ID. else? Nothing. Back to home screen. Okay. So the person's going to click start a workout. They're going to have those buttons: scheduled workout, workout template, blank workout. How do I continue doing? How do I continue doing stuff after? Oh. I think I want to do a switch instead. Whoops. So we're going to do switch, button pressed, and then we'll do case. 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 Not cases, case. Whoops. Case. Case. And then we'll do and switch. I don't actually, I think I'm gonna do I feel like okay. Wait. Oh, I don't need this extra text, I guess. Is that right? I think we want to actually probably put something else in here. Let's make this a little different, just so I'm like keeping track of what I'm doing. We're gonna do this instead. For workout template, we're gonna do that. And then for blank workout, we're gonna do this. Then for cancel, we're gonna do that. Oops, cancel. Gonna do, whoops. Okay. And then for this one, we'll do tabs workout. Oops. Workout. Oh, I need a shoot. Oh, yeah, I see. So the idea was if there's no params, it would be a blank workout. And if it had parameters, it would have stuff. So we would go to here and params ID equals scheduled ID, something like that. Oops, there. Okay. So wait, what is the end thingy here? Okay. So want to do this. Maybe. Oh, I think I want to do. Oops. Shoot. Can't do that. Do that? Can I do that? Okay. That's better. Because now it's saying, okay, which button is pressed? If they press cancel, we're not going to even continue. And that way it's terminated. Okay. I like that. I think I want to do this vertical, honestly. Just because I think... Let's do... Shoot. Use vertical if on. There. Maybe? Maybe? Is it gonna change? Refresh. Pragma, use vertical if. Did I type this wrong? Can I not type? Nope. Didn't work. Got it. Cool. That's fine. Okay. So we're outside our switch. Now we need to... so we've... So at this point, we need to... we need an if statement. Oh, because I'm using a switch, not an if. I'm silly. I can't do it the other way. So if ID provided, what are we gonna do then? We want to fetch the workout template. Else. Oops, I don't put a semicolon or colon there. Show blank or show movement search page. Is that gonna work? Oh, and if. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. What is going on? Hello? Hello? Something wrong. Query the workout template. Is that better? Did I do something wrong? If condition. Oh. Maybe I needed that. Oh, it's because I don't have a semicolon at the end. Whoops. So stupid. This stuff is so finicky. Okay. So I wonder if... Can I do like... user selects a movement. How's this gonna look? Okay, cool. So now, essentially, we'll show them the search page, they'll select something, and then they'll be at the same spot. Uh, user, user specifies number of sets. Okay. So now the user will, after we query, if they provide a ID, we'll query for the template. If not, we're going to show the blank, or the page to search for a movement or an exercise. The user will pick one, and then once they pick one, they'll set the number of sets that they want. And at that point, they'll be at the same place if we had just queried for the sets to begin with. So at this point, we want to show the first movement, or show the current movement page. Okay, so they have the current movement page. This will display how many sets there are. Let's do, what's the syntax for like a loop? Okay, cool, there's a loop. So repeat. So we want to, and user enters weight, reps, duration for current set. And then we'll do repeat while more sets is yes, not no. Okay, cool. Actually, so what I want to do is actually something more. Okay, so we're going to repeat this for each set. Then we actually want to do a repeat here. More movements is yes, not no. More, not move. More sets. So now what we're doing is like, we're going to show the current movement page. They're going to enter their sets, reps for the current set. If there's more sets, we'll go to the next one. Once they've finished all the sets, are there more movements? We're going to go to the next movement. Cool. Then at the end, we want to user ends workout. GraphQL mutation is performed to store workout data. Oh, semicolons. Silly. Oh, so there's another thing we need to do. Up here. We want to, before we do this, track workout start time. Track workout end time. That's important because we want to track those values for the GraphQL mutation, because that's going to be something we want to send to the back end. So this is actually helpful, and it helps me track my thoughts in terms of the order of operations and how things should be displayed for the user. So I don't know how much I'm going to actually do on coding this right now. I think this gives me a good point. Actually, what I'm going to do is, where am I? Not that. Here? No. Let's come to projects. Let's go to this guy. Not that what I was looking for. I'm looking for this guy. Okay. Can we add a new... How do I want to do this? Can I just like... Oh, I have a diagram section. So let's actually just update. Edit. How did I drop this in here? Cool. So let's do bang, and we'll call this workout tracking flow. And we will come over here, and we want the, oh man, do we just want this? Is this what I want? Or I think I want the PNG URL. I think I want that. Do that, save, see what happens. Nope. What did I do? Shoot. Oh, it is the PNG. What? Why did this not work? Because we see here it's PNG. Plant UML, PNG, save. Let's see again. There it goes. Okay, cool. So now I have that diagram, and what I can do is I can actually come back here and they have like a decode button. So if I put that URL into here, I can decode and edit it. So that's perfect. So I think I'm just gonna do a little one today, just kind of, because I'm gonna be kind of jumping around a little bit with this, and plus I need to go do my school pickup here in a little bit. So I just kind of wanted to do a quick little check-in, go over where I am on my project. Hopefully I should have some more free time maybe this weekend to come in, maybe do another hour if I can make some more progress. But hope everybody has a good weekend, and see you next week.